Hello, everyone, and welcome to Paula's Soapbox Pajama Party. Liz and I are back after a long
Woo!
hiatus.
Yes.
Yeah,
Happy New
we're
Year!
finally back. Yes, Happy New Year, everyone. And I have my popcorn here handy, as
Got my
always.
drink. Got my drink.
She's got a drink, I've got a drink. We're all set. We've got our snacks. We're ready to go. This is like a supersized pajama party tonight. We're going to be having like about a half an hour of daytime talk, and in the second half hour, we'll be talking about shows in prime time, and we'll have three other guests joining us on the panel. So it'll be lots of fun. If you have any questions, tweet one of us on Twitter. Normally, I would ask you to use the hashtag PJ Party, but for some reason that's not working tonight. So just tweet one of the guests, me or anyone on the panel, if you have any questions or comments that you would like to contribute to the show. Or there is a section directly on the page that you're watching from where you can ask questions, and we will try to get to those as quickly as possible. So anyway, welcome to the show. We have a good hour or so of entertainment planned for you tonight. So hope you enjoy it.
And we definitely will keep the daytime to a half hour because I bet we could fill the whole hour with just daytime. So
Yeah, we will definitely keep the
lot,
daytime to the half hour.
lot
Definitely.
going on. Lot going
Right.
on.
This was a big week in television anyway. We had the premiere of Downton Abbey season 5 uh,
Woohoo!
this week, and the People's Choice Awards. It's award season. The People's Choice Awards was on this week. I believe the Golden Globes are on tomorrow night.
I believe so.
Uh,
Yeah.
American Idol premiered this week. There was a lot going on in primetime TV, but we'll talk more about that in the next half hour. But for now, we will get started with some Young and the Restless talk. Because I know that Liz has read the recaps and she's a little bit behind on the episodes, but she's up to date. So
Yes.
yeah,
And it's um, it's never dull in Genoa City.
right,
Um, And of course, I'll start off with the return of Phyllis
yes,
in the a way that only Phyllis could. I have this little world, Paula, that in my world, Nick and Sharon would have gotten married and they'd be
right,
happily ever after and all of that, and Phyllis would have just stayed in her coma.
right,
Um,
right,
I was really pulling for Jack and Kelly.
yeah.
I really wanted them to do it, and now we're seeing a little nasty side to Kelly.
Yeah,
It's just amazing.
I hope that they don't make her crazy, but I really like the fact that it looks like Phyllis has met her match.
Yes, yes,
So,
I totally agree. And it says, wow, what love will drive, or the lack thereof, will drive some people to do,
right,
or what certain circumstances will drive people to do things, which is really what makes the soap opera world
right.
around and turn, because that's a big part of it. And it's just been interesting with the return of Phyllis, and how she is so able to manipulate Jack.
Yeah,
Yet when
he's
Jack
so
tries to
gullible.
manipulate, it's like duh. But yet when Jack tries to manipulate Phyllis, she calls him out on it,
Right.
and he doesn't even realize that she's doing manipulating as well. So
Yeah.
you
And
know,
to everyone else, Sharon is the crazy one. Even though she has a diagnosable illness that a lot of people suffer from in real life, she's the crazy one, but Phyllis is totally normal. They describe her as passionate.
yeah,
But
yeah, exactly. That's what annoys me.
yeah,
That's what really annoys me about the whole thing. And I know this is the way of the soap opera world. Like
right.
when Nick and Sharon were talking right before the hearing, and they were coming to an understanding
Mhm.
about Faith, and
Right.
then Sharon's lawyer just goes in there with guns a-blazing. Now you would think, okay, in a rational world, or in the real world, Sharon would have said, no, wait.
Right.
I came to an
Shut up,
understanding. But now Nick is like, well, you lied to me, Sharon. Well, no, she didn't.
Yeah.
That's what just like annoys me.
Nick is
about.
very gullible too. I mean, he's
Yeah.
very, this whole thing has annoyed me anyway because for months we heard Nick saying, "I don't care what the secret was. You were a different person then. It doesn't matter what it was." Blah 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 blah. Blah.
Well,
And now all of a sudden
you
he
knew
hates
that.
her.
Right, that was your clue, though. You knew. He
Right.
kept saying that whatever the secret was that would come out, you
Yeah.
knew it would break him up because he says, "Oh, nothing will," and then he
Right.
goes, "Except that."
Yeah. Nothing will except possibly that. So, yeah. But, yeah, I was so annoyed with him because it was like, but, Sharon told you for months, we
Yeah.
don't need to get married, we don't need to get back together because whatever it is that I'm keeping from you is going to hurt. I mean, she went through hypnosis, she went to Victor, she went everywhere for help, and that counted for nothing, apparently, with him. So, yeah,
And
that's,
same thing. Victor gets away with everything.
yeah,
With all the stuff that he's done, even trying to drive Sharon crazy
yeah,
with the Mariah, with the Cassie lookalike.
right,
Even he gets a pass on that. I mean, yes, Nikki got mad at him and moved out for several days, but he
right,
gets a pass on that. Yet Sharon is like you say,
yeah.
is considered
She's,
crazy, and that. Ugh.
yeah, and she was undiagnosed at the time. So
Right.
obviously she wasn't on medication. It makes a big difference. So,
But it wouldn't be a soap opera. I think
right.
that Nick and Sharon will find their way back to each other.
Well, yeah, of course he'll have to go off and sleep with Kelly first, though.
Oh yeah.
I mean that's inevitable. He's already working on it. You can tell. So,
Oh
not
man.
Kelly, not Kelly. I know. What is her name?
You mean
Sage.
Sage?
Yes, I was thinking of her real name, but yeah, Sage. Yeah, he'll have because he's already working on that. He took flowers to her yesterday, and yeah, he'll have to hook up with her first before he and Sharon get back together. I knew from the moment that he went out there and got himself caught in a bear trap, and she saved him that was going to be his next whatever. So,
Yeah.
even though he was out there to, think about like, oh well, I jumped from one relationship to another, and I really don't need to do that anymore, and blah blah blah. I knew that was.
That was a good that sequence he had where all his past
Yes,
loves came to
I
visit.
did love that.
That really was good. Yeah, I did like
love
that.
seeing some of the old faces coming back.
Yes.
Who was it? Amy that came back.
Yes.
Yeah, I had almost forgotten about her, but when she came on, I was like, oh yeah, I remember her. She looks pretty much the same as she did when she was on there like 20 years ago or however long it's been.
And I was getting annoyed with Michael not telling his family about his cancer diagnosis.
Right.
I'm like,
right.
oh, come on. So
Yeah.
that was annoying. So I'm glad we're working through that right now.
Yeah.
So and then Mariah, the fact that she is softening to Sharon and coming to her defense,
Right.
because Summer is annoying to me as well. Because
Yes.
I just everybody's
Summer has
ganging up
gotten
on
more
Sharon.
annoying. Yeah.
She's gotten annoying and whiny, and
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah, she's starting to get on my nerves a little bit too. She's taking I think she's taking Austin for granted a little bit. Yeah, and like you said, she's getting really whiny and entitled. She's suddenly like this whiny, entitled, spoiled brat.
Yes.
So I think I think she's only gonna get worse.
And I really would like to see Billy and Victoria get back together.
Yeah.
Just that one scene where he brought the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
And then, and then of course that drove Ben into Ashley's arms. But it's like, why? And I know the writers like to do that to us.
Right.
Dangle that little carrot in front of us.
Right. Right.
But I want.
I'm starting to like this new Billy has grown on me. I wasn't sure when they did the second recast, but he's growing on me now.
Well, the previous Billy was like a little kid. I mean, he might have been in that age bracket, but he just looked like a young guy. So
yeah, and that happens sometimes when they go in and they try to bring somebody back who originated the role, and then they bring him back, and then it doesn't work. The chemistry's off, and yeah, you're right though.
Right.
He looked too young for Victoria when he came back, so.
Yeah.
It just wasn't a good fit anymore, and
No.
I was afraid this one, and I can't remember his real name right now. I was afraid that he was going to look too old for a while, but I think that he has good chemistry with Chelsea, so
Yes.
That works for me. And now that I've gotten used to him, it's a lot better than I thought it was going to be at first. So
yes. This whole thing with Adam coming back, it's going to be interesting. I mean, he's got Jack blackmailed into keeping silent, so it will be interesting. The whole dynamic with Adam / Gabriel trying to win Chelsea.
Yeah. And, I think that Justin Hartley is doing a fabulous job playing Adam Newman. I think he makes a really good Adam. I know that there's a lot of Michael Muni fans who are going to disagree with me, but I'm sorry, he's doing a good job. So.
And I'm not thrilled that Victoria wants to give the baby the Newman name. I mean, that's not fair. Billy is the father.
Right. Billy's the father. Katie,
it should be Katie Abbott.
Right. Right, exactly. I didn't understand the point of that at all, unless she was just, trying to hurt Billy, or I don't really know what her motivation was for doing that.
I don't know.
I almost expected her to give the baby Ben's last name at some point.
I don't know. It'll be interesting. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they last.
I think that she'll find out about Ashley at some point, because I think Ashley would like, them to break up. So I think that she'll find out about Ashley at some point, and she'll dump him.
You don't think Ashley's really into Joe, or wants to?
Not really. I think she's more into Stitch than she is Joe. I think Joe is just sort of a placeholder for the moment. But I do think that Abby is going to end up getting together with that cop. What's his name?
The Mr. Tough guy that wears the badge around his neck.
Yeah, the one that's always into it with Kevin.
Yes.
What is his name? I can't think of it.
I forget.
And
if anyone knows,
no one's tweeting me or sending me comments or anything. So, Harding, Detective Harding.
Yes, yeah, Harding.
It just came to me all of a sudden. I don't know what his first name is, but that's his.
I don't know if anybody knows his first name. They always call him Harding.
I don't know if they've ever said what his first name is.
And maybe if Abby gets together with him, maybe he'll soften up a little bit.
Yeah, and maybe she'll become a little less spoiled. So.
Oy vey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's going on with Days of Our Lives right now? I'm totally, completely out of the loop with Days right now.
Well, Hope and Aiden are an item. They have consummated their relationship. Hope is filing for divorce from Bo, because we haven't seen Bo.
They still haven't gotten a divorce yet? How long has it been off the show?
Like 2 years.
That's what I thought.
I think Bo should come back.
Yeah.
I don't know why they got rid of him. That they have always been like one of the hottest couples.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can have, Marlena and John as a hot couple.
For how many years?
Yeah, they're getting up there. I don't know why he's gone, but anyway, Aiden, of course, was accused or was questioned about killing his wife. His wife died.
Yeah.
And so a gun went off, and he says, he didn't shoot her, he didn't mean to shoot her, and all of this. But there are just some things that they keep, like this woman Bree, who knows Aiden from where he used to live. I guess he said, "Don't you say anything to Hope about that." No. So I think he's still got some secrets going on.
Yeah.
And the wife was very wealthy, and Aiden was dirt poor when they got married and all of that. I know he was Chris on As the World Turns, the actor who plays Aiden, and he was on As the World Turns.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't like the character Aiden.
Yeah.
I just don't like him.
Speaking of As the World Turns, you used to watch As the World Turns, right?
Oh yes, I was
That's
very,
what I was
very
thinking.
distraught when they canceled.
The guy that played Dusty, Grayson, what is his? How do you pronounce his last name? McCouch, I want to say. I'm not sure if that's right.
remember. Yeah, I don't remember his last name, but I know
But
he's going to General Hospital.
General Hospital, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to
Dusty.
that. Yeah, he's always been such a good actor, so I'm looking forward to seeing
Yes.
him on GH. So
Yes.
it's kind of weird. There's a lot of soap opera people swapping right now. But anyway, back to Days of Our
Well,
Lives.
yeah, it's a small world. So so they're an item. This whole thing with Chad. I'm sorry, I don't like the new Chad.
Mm-hmm.
The actor who played that they cast as the new Chad.
Right.
I don't. He just. I'm sorry. I just don't. I like the other Chad.
Yeah. So did he leave, or did they just decide to recast him?
I don't know. Because you would think they would at least get someone who looked like him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like even like on Young and the Restless, when they brought Katie McLean in to replace Cynthia Watros, they dyed her hair for a while. So I mean, they tried to make it lighter. They made it blonder for a while, and
Oh, Katie McLean's hair?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's still blonde.
Yeah. It's not as dark as it was. So yeah, they made it lighter when she came on the show. But yeah, they usually do try to make them look at least a little bit like.
I mean, nothing against the actor who plays Chad now. Nothing personal. He does a fine job. But I'm used to the other Chad. He was tall. Right. He was dark. Dark hair, handsome, and I mean, very believable as that sensual model type guy.
Right.
And this one, and the fact that they've made Chad, he's just evolved into a bad person. That gets me as well.
So they made him more Demira-like?
Yes. So faking the brain tumor, and now he's like using Jordan. Apparently, I don't know if he'll end up really falling in love with her, but he's using Jordan for, and I don't know if it's to get closer to Clyde or what. I don't care who takes him down, whether it's Stefano or whether it's Victor. Yeah. But somebody needs to take Clyde down.
Yeah.
So, and see, at first, then and I know I'm jumping around here, but because I was thinking about Kate, because now Kate is becoming annoying again. I kind of liked it when she and Sammy were partnered up when they took over control of Demira Enterprise.
Yeah.
But and then when Sammy left, I really thought that picture deal was a ruse.
Yeah.
That I thought it was a ruse, and because when they said private plane, I thought they were going to get on a plane and they were heading to Stefano's. That they were going to be taken there so he could get a hold of those grandkids. So it turns out, obviously it really is true that this movie studio, and then the whole Will thing, where he just almost does a 180 in terms of the ceiling, and then this triangle with Paul.
Yeah.
I'm like,
the writing has not been very good lately. So.
Well, it just Will all of a sudden he's the nice guy, and then he's devoted to Sonny, and now it's like he left Sonny. I guess he came back, but it was because he was writing an article on Paul.
Yeah.
That pitcher who was, I guess, Sonny's. I don't know if he was Sonny's husband, I guess, but the relationship was in secret.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess now Paul and Will are kind of being
I read
closey,
something about that. So I picked up little pieces here and there of what's going on, but
yeah. So and then of course he puts on an act because he's still in the closet, so he's putting on this act and flirting with all the women. The thing with JJ and Eve.
Yeah.
I mean, hot. That's typical soap opera. Hot. Oh, it messes up. Of course, it messes up JJ and Paige's relationship. But it's typical soap opera. What we've seen throughout the years, where something happens or people do things and manipulate to break people up. It happened with Bo and Hope, and with other couples where somebody would manipulate or maneuver or to make something seem the way it wasn't.
Right.
And so we're seeing that, but that was pretty hot with JJ and Eve. With this thing with
There's a big age difference there.
yeah, yeah, but well, remember years ago on Days, remember Liz Chandler? Of course you do, Gloria Loring. And
yeah.
Gloria Loring
Yeah, right.
is Liz Chandler, and there was a young guy, Don Diamont. I forget what his
Mhm.
character was, but he was having an affair with Liz.
I forgot he was even on there.
Yeah, I
Wow.
forget his character, but he had an affair with Liz
You're
Chandler.
going way on back there.
Way
That might have
back.
been when I was a kid.
I was probably a kid too, but I remember that way back. And I'm trying to remember. I think she might have been married to Neil at the time.
Wow.
So yeah. So yeah, she had an affair. So that's not uncommon either in the soap world.
Tuesday. That's a Tuesday on Soap Opera Land. So
Yeah, I wish that Daniel and Jennifer would get back together. The Daniel Nicole thing annoys me. And then they're trying to, like when they first started to be buddy-buddy, they were doing things where, oh, she accidentally knocked him out with the football, or, oh, they accidentally, she accidentally got liquid all over her and had to take a shower, and they try to make it, screwball comedy.
right.
And that's annoying. It's like either you're really, really mad at Nicole and don't ever want to see her again, or okay, let's be friends. I'm like,
yeah. Well, I kind of expected the two of them to get together like years ago when he was with. Who was he with before Jennifer?
I don't remember.
It was Nicole's friend. I don't remember, but anyway,
I may not have been watching it. Well, he and Nicole were together. Remember?
Daniel and Nicole?
Yeah.
When? When was that?
She had done, it was probably last year.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't watching it then.
Okay. She was trying to get him out of town to go to Hawaii for good, leave for good, because I forget what she had done.
Chloe, that's who he was with.
Chloe.
Yeah, when he was with her, I was expecting.
But she had done, but Nicole had done something. She and Daniel were lovers.
Yeah.
And she was trying to get him to move permanently, and she was trying to get him out. They had gotten tickets and plane tickets.
Yeah.
I forget what she had done. I totally forget. But then it caught up to her, and then he broke up with her. But yeah, they were an item.
Yeah, I meant like before that even, like when he was with Chloe and there was the whole, wasn't there like a baby drama going on?
I think so, yeah.
I can't remember. But yeah, I expected them to get together then. But then nothing ever happened until later. So.
Yeah, so this whole thing, and don't you think Brady and Melanie, there's an age difference there.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty significant.
There really is. There is an age difference there. So, although I do like Melanie, I wish she could get back together with the old Chad, the kinder, gentler Chad.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I just can't wait until Clyde falls. I mean, I'm really hoping that happens. I'm really hoping somebody just takes him out. It's obvious EJ DiMera is not dead, or the implication is he's not dead.
So they're going to recast then. No, I did not know this. No.
Okay. After EJ was killed, and it was Clyde. Actually, EJ's drug guy betrayed him and aligned himself with Clyde, and so shot him. He's in the morgue, and Kristen gets a call from her father, and he goes, you know what to do, and so after Sammy left the morgue, Kristen goes in there and sticks a needle into EJ, and then from what Stefano said, that EJ, his body was then, it was supposedly cremated.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. The body was taken to where Stefano was. So I think the implication there is EJ's not dead.
Right.
I think,
They'll
or they're
recast
leaving it
him
open.
and-
Yeah, they're leaving it open that EJ will come back.
Yeah. I kind of expected him to be, just dead because I didn't think with Allison Sweeney leaving the show, I just thought that they would just kind of, brush them aside. But yeah, they must be either leaving the door open for him to come in or to a recast. And there's Carolina.
Yeah, hi Carolina.
Yeah, there she is. It was just a still picture for a second. So,
How
wow.
are you guys?
We're good. How are you?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you, and now I can see you.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't see you at first. You're a little blurry.
I am rusty at this, but I'll keep talking. I'll try to fix it amongst myself.
Hey, and there's Lakita. Lakita's joining us tonight. This is her first hangout with us, so yay!
Hey Lakita! Yay! Welcome.
I'm so glad you were finally able to make it.
I know, me too. I'm excited.
Yeah. And she's actually working on a new web series, Subject 5. So
Awesome.
It seems to be coming along pretty good.
It's exciting. We're in
Yeah.
post-production right now, so that
Yeah.
should be at least a few months. But I'm like, please hurry up,
Right.
with the cuts,
Well, I see stuff
But,
in the
yeah, I'm excited.
timeline every now and then, so it looked like things were kind of coming along. So
Yeah, they definitely are. The footage looks amazing, and we're going to do a promo photo shoot in like 2 weeks, so I'm excited about that.
awesome! Yeah, keep me
Awesome.
updated.
Yeah.
Yes.
Keep me updated on that. It looks like
I
it's going to be a really
will.
good show. So
Yeah, it's fun. It's a bit dark, so.
yeah, that's
Definitely
okay.
not-
There's an audience for that. So, and I like dark stuff too. So
Awesome. Hey, Carolee. I haven't seen her in forever. What's up,
Yeah.
girl?
I know. How are you?
Good.
I
How
love
are
your
you doing?
background.
Oh, thank
Good. I love
you.
your background.
Oh, thanks. Let me see. Last time I could never figure out how to like put those. Remember when we were doing the Broken at Love and we were putting the little
you were trying
titles
to
under
put
our
the
thing?
little underneath.
Girl,
Yeah,
I couldn't figure that out for the life of me.
It's under
Since I last did this.
it's under
Yeah.
Hangout Toolbox. Do you see
Toolbox.
where that is on the left?
I see that, yeah.
Okay, click on that.
There's like a bunch of toolbox.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, got it.
Okay. And do you see something like a little person with a circle around them?
Me, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Click on that. And then it should say lower third.
Mm-hmm.
No, that doesn't even click. It just
The-
says
the
accept,
little-
know who you are on Google, blah, 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 accept. I guess I should click that first.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you haven't used it in a while, sometimes it'll make you like download it or something.
Oh, and then it says there's a person, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, got
the
it.
person
And
with
then
the
extra
circle.
tagline.
Right. And then you just type in what you want.
Power Ranger. No, just kidding.
No.
Power
Well, that's
Ranger,
interesting.
TV watcher, macaroni and
There we
cheese eater.
Yeah, Carolina, yours is up there, and Liz, yours is up there.
This is
Thank
a
you, Paul,
lesson.
for that tutorial.
Right.
I didn't even.
Yeah.
That's Google Hangout for you.
Right.
Okay, what did I miss? Catch me
Well,
up.
we were talking about we touched on Real Housewives before we went on air, and I thought that would be a nice segue to the primetime thing. But yeah, we were talking about Young and the Restless and Days of Our Lives.
I heard
and-
Days of Our Lives.
Right.
I did not know
Especially
growing
with the
up
fact
we're in
that
the thing.
EJ's not dead.
I
Like,
didn't
are
know
you having
we're-
trouble?
I just did it. Is it working or no?
No.
No.
Toggle that. You see that little on-off toggle switch there? It's right
No.
beside lower third.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
to the right of lower third. Yeah, you gotta click that.
Yeah, toggle that and see if it will come up, because usually you have to do that.
Okay.
Make sure the switch is on, like that you click it on.
Right.
This thing is just. Oh, did it work?
No. Wait, no.
No.
What, sucker?
I don't understand why yours isn't working.
It's not. It keeps saying please enter a preset title.
Oh,
Oh,
there
did you type
yeah.
anything in there?
Yeah. And it
We'll
still doesn't
redo
do
it
anything.
because they made me do the same thing.
Oh.
I'm not so great with the tutorials, apparently.
Girl.
Well, it worked for me, so
Yeah, it worked for Carolina, so yeah.
So you were
Okay.
great with the tutorial, but
Really, guys?
And it's still not working? Well, you know we can't have any kind of show on Google Hangout without something going wrong, so
That's
this
right.
If that's gonna be it,
this
then
was
I'm
there's
good.
something wrong.
It never. It says now. It says live. No.
Yeah?
It says it worked now. Did it work?
Nope.
no.
I feel like we should tell you at work just because it sounds so bad when we're like, I'm
Right.
sorry.
You're like, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
sure, we can see it.
Yeah.
Google, I give up on Google. I promise you. This thing is so funny. Wow. I'm going to have to hire someone to do this one time. Every time I
There
go
you
on a
go.
Google Hangout, I'll have to have
You'll
like
need
someone else like
you'll need a
join me.
technician. Yeah, you'll need a technician for you.
Exactly. So, yeah. And one day it'll work. I'll let you know what day that is.
Right.
We're about to like log off, and you're like, I got it.
Right.
I'm like, yes, a week later.
It pops up.
And it didn't when you hit that on off switch, it didn't work.
No. It just says, well, then it said save presets, and then when I save it,
Make sure you
still
click
not doing it.
save.
Oh, you're typing your name in preset name, right?
Yeah,
Okay, type it in directly under lower
or
third,
third.
I did.
and it's still not doing it. Huh.
I didn't even hit save. I just hit lower third, and then I clicked on. And
Yeah.
Oh, and it worked?
Yep.
Well, shoot,
Oh.
I don't know why it's not working.
Well, I
It doesn't
recommend
want
that we move on.
Yeah.
I think so, too.
We have
Yeah.
29 minutes to talk about prime time.
It'll come in like in about 15 minutes or right before the show ends.
That's right.
So, that's
Awesome.
okay. Whatever. Is Harmit coming, Carolina? I sent him the link.
Oh, yeah.
I hope so. I don't know. We'll see if he pops in.
Okay. Well, we'll just go ahead and start without him, and then if we'll see how it goes. So hopefully he'll pop in a second. He'll pop in, and then he'll want to know how Hangout presets work, and then we'll have to go through
He
the
won't
whole
care.
Yeah, so I did catch up on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Carolina. 8 hours of my life I will never get back.
Oh, I didn't watch that much of it. I watched
Well, I
the first 2 episodes, gave up for a while, then saw that someone was going to get a drink thrown in their face, and then
Right.
joined this past week. That was it.
Right.
So I've only seen 3 of them. I don't know how many there have been.
There's been 8. Trust me.
Of
there's
this
been
season?
8 this season,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
There's been 8.
Oh.
But you were right, like the first 7 were totally boring.
They were boring.
They were very, very boring, and I think that Eileen is probably the sanest person on the show, just to be honest.
The trouble is... Go ahead.
Oh, and I was shocked to find out that she was even on there. I'm like, okay, she's on Days, and she's on Young and the Restless, and now she's on this show, and I'm like, what is she,
Right.
what does she have time for anything besides acting?
Right.
Yeah, the problem is that her and Lisa Rinna are like, they're both too beautiful and have too much on-camera presence against like reality people.
Right.
They stick out. Like if they're not in it, I'm like bored.
Right. We stick out like a sore thumb. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
they do.
It's just
It really proves you've got to be an actor to be on TV. Otherwise,
That's
don't put
true.
them next to each other.
right.
That's so
well,
true.
and
Otherwise you're
especially,
done.
I'm sure that the show is scripted. We were talking about that earlier, like with the scene, like where she threw the wine in Eileen's face. Did you notice, like, Eileen happened to be wearing a hat, and she took the hat off, and then it just so happened when she got her hair wet, she put the hat back on. So that was, convenient. Yeah, so that seemed a little bit staged to me. But if it wasn't this Brandy person, she's like a crazy soap fan. It's like she can't tell the difference between the character and the actress. Hello,
Well,
Carolina.
I I just based on what you've said, I just know, okay, if I don't want to lose several hours of my life, I'll probably stay away from that.
I was just thinking the same thing. I'm thinking, that doesn't sound like the program I'll be tuning into.
Well, you can fast forward through a lot of it, which I did. So
this is coming from someone too that has watched all the previous seasons. That I hate to admit, I've seen them all.
Oh yeah.
And like I don't know. It's maybe I'm just too mature now that I find it to be a complete waste of my time.
Right.
Or I don't know, but I find it so boring. I'm like so bored, and then like the drama seems so petty, like in the sense of like there's so much going on in the world that it just seems so stupid to be complaining because someone won't answer your phone call or whatever they're crying about.
Right. Exactly. Or the limo is late picking you up or something like that. It's like, shut up. I don't care about that.
I don't care about your limo. Such first world
exactly.
Problems, right?
But I think that happens with a lot of people where you're really into a show, maybe several seasons. It doesn't matter what it is. I mean, it could be masterpiece theater, and then after a while you're like, I don't really care for it anymore. Because the same kind of stuff happens on Downton Abbey, but I think it's because they say accents, the footman. I don't like the way he's acting, So it's the same thing, except it's just a little classier.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not I started to say Desperate Housewives, but it may as well be called that.
Yeah, that might be insulting, Desperate Housewives. That was good for several seasons.
Right, that was good for several seasons, and it wasn't nearly as... I just got annoyed because it was like, you guys don't even know how blessed you are, and you have all this money, and you're living in these mansions, and you're talking about like financial troubles and everything, and I'm like, give me a break. Who can relate to that? I mean, I live in a multi-billion-dollar mansion, but, I have financial issues. It's crazy.
We all have problems. Bring it forward.
Right. Yeah. My doggie's suit does not fit. My doggie's new sweater does not look right with his coloring, and it's just like, oh my gosh. Stupid stuff like that, but... Anyway, this we were talking earlier, this was a big week for primetime that had absolutely nothing to do with Real Housewives, thank goodness. We had the People's Choice Awards. Did anyone watch those? I missed them.
I missed them. I was hoping you guys did. So you could
I missed them. And the Golden Globes are tomorrow night. And I hate to admit it, but I'm way behind on my movie watching, so I have no idea what's even nominated or anything.
I've been watching a few of the screeners. I saw what was it? Gone Baby?
Gone Girl.
Gone or something.
Girl.
Gone Girl. Yeah, that Gone.
Yeah.
That was really good, actually.
Yeah. It looked
very
good.
Disturbing. Very I was disturbed afterwards. I was like, okay, I'm disturbed. I need to watch like The Simpsons or something.
Movies like that, though, they stick with you, so it's kind of hard to shake them. So especially if they're good and disturbing. So.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna read the book afterwards. So I said, you guys should definitely check that one out.
Yeah, I may read the book first and then watch the Ben Affleck movie. So. So they're on tomorrow night, and then we had Downton Abbey season 5 premiere. We had American Idol premiere this week. What else? Empire, which everyone is talking about. Did anyone see Empire? It's the new musical.
I have not seen that.
You haven't?
It's getting so much. No, there's so much press that's going on with that show. Good, and there's been a lot of controversial things as well. So I'm kind of curious. I wasn't really that interested in seeing it, but now I think I'm going to check out at least one episode just to see what everyone's talking about.
I watched most of the first episode, but I don't know if I was just expecting a lot more from it because of all the hype.
Yeah.
But I just really didn't.
You didn't finish it. That's not good.
Yeah, I watched it, and it was just kind of like, for me, it was like, okay, I can see people watching it, but it was. Like I said, it could have been because of all the hype surrounding it. You expect it to be like this fantastic, thing. But I think it premiered the same night as American Idol was on, so some of the ratings could have been from that too. Who knows? But
well, I'm not expecting much, so
Right. Well, if you go in with anything, I think, with low expectations, then you're probably going to be
Yeah.
pleasantly surprised.
Mine are pretty low, so I might watch the whole episode.
Right. You'll be totally hooked on it. So, and then, like I said, Downton Abbey premiered this week. So how was the season 5 premiere, Liz?
Oh, typical Downton Abbey. They, Lady Edith, of course, had a child out of wedlock, which she has kept secret from the family, and was able to place her child with a local family in the village, and she goes to see her often, even though they have other kids. Well, the wife is thinking that Lady Edith is sweet on her husband. He knows that child is Edith's, and then he was coming up with a way that she could see the child regular. Her name is Marigold. See the child regularly. I know.
I love that name.
Without hopefully they call her Mary, but I think it's Marigold because that's the British and they use formal names.
Right.
So there was a fire. Edith fell asleep, and I don't know, something caught on fire in her room. And so Lord Grantham, as he's going into the different rooms to wake people up, Jimmy the footman, or James the footman, was in bed with his former employer. She was visiting, older woman. So I think he's on his way out. So it really was. Lady Mary has evolved. Of course, she's the one whose husband Matthew was killed in the freak car accident, which ripped my heart out when they just killed him off after he had just seen his newborn son. And she, even though I think they're now in the early 20s. It's set in the early 20s, and the Labour Party has taken over, and so of course Lord Grantham is all upset because of the Labour Party and all that. But the Lady Mary wants to make sure that she wants to marry again, but wants to make sure that she and her future husband would be compatible in every way. So,
of course.
this gentleman who is in love with her thinks that they ought to maybe, have little sleepovers to see if they are compatible. So she's becoming a thoroughly modern
Mary.
Mary.
1920 something.
Yeah, I think early 20s.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
and it was funny because Daisy, who's one of the cooks, the Lord and Lady Grantham are celebrating their 34th wedding anniversary. So Daisy's like, wow, I wonder what it would be like with my husband in 1958. And so that was kind of cute as they kind of project. But then you know that you don't know how long Downton will be. I love Downton Abbey, and they only make like 8 shows a season.
Yeah, I was going to ask you if this was the last season for it.
I don't know, but no, I think it's been renewed for 6th season. But as they keep skipping years, it's like, well, these original cast members, they're going to have to age them or kill them off or whatever. So I hope they kind of slow down.
Yeah.
I hope they slow it down. So, but just your typical Downton Abbey. Thomas, of course, had something on Lady Cora, her maid, her lady's maid, had something on her. So then this other guy convinced her to just tell Lady Cora what her secret, which she had stolen some jewels from a former employer and spent 3 years in prison, but she's covering for someone. She didn't say why she stole them. So then when because Thomas was blackmailing this this maid to this lady's maid, he was blackmailing her to get like dirt on other people, and so since she wasn't going to give him dirt, he decides he was going to tell Lady Cora, oh, I think I need to tell you about your lady's maid. And she goes, I already know. And she goes, and you let a convicted felon come to work for me, maybe your future, your future is in danger, because he's such a jerk and you want him to be fired. Yeah. But then he happened to be up on the floors by people's bedrooms when he noticed the smoke coming out of Lady Edith's room. So of course Cora, Lady Edith's mother, is like, oh, Thomas, you were there, thank you. Oh, I know I was threatening your job, but now you'll be able to keep it because you saved us. And I'm like, ugh.
Well, did anybody watch the American Idol premiere this week?
I didn't get a chance to see it.
I DVR'd it, but I haven't
did
watched
not.
it yet. No.
I have not watched American Idol. I didn't watch the last season either. I used to be the biggest American Idol fan. I used to watch it all the time, and then for some reason I just stopped. You know, after a while, I stopped.
We grew up. That was it.
It's been on.
Maybe.
It's been on for how many seasons, though? I mean, it's been really a long time.
I was probably in elementary school when that thing premiered. Like,
Yeah,
I remember watching it at home.
It's been on for a really long time.
Who are the judges this year?
It's Jennifer Lopez, Keith Urban, and Harry Connick Jr. again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they were on there last season, and I think Jennifer Lopez has been on there before.
Yes.
With
Steven Tyler.
I do love Steven Tyler.
Steven Tyler. Yeah. I loved it when Steven Tyler was on. I loved him.
Yeah, it was hilarious when he was on there. I'm actually kind of surprised he didn't come back, but you know. But yeah, anyway, there's actually a new show. I don't know if any of you have heard of it on VH1 that premiered this week. It's called Hindsight. Have any of you heard of it?
No.
I saw it advertised a couple of times. I thought, well, this looks pretty interesting, and I watched it this week. It's actually pretty good. It's basically like one of those typical, like, if I had it to do over again, would I do things differently? Mm-hmm. And then, like, this person meets somebody, like, you know, kind of mystical, comes into their life and makes it possible for them to go back in time. So she goes back to 1995 when she was about to get married to this one guy. So the entire series has like a soundtrack from the 90s in it.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's kind of cool. Different.
Yeah, and during the commercials, they'll have like 90s theme type commercials. Like Domino's had one that was like, "This is how you ordered a pizza in 1995." And they had like the phone with the long cord, and then like, "This is how you order it now." And they had the iPad out, and so yeah, it was neat. Just the whole packaging of the show was neat.
Oh, that is neat.
It's definitely one you should check out, especially if you like 90s music. So there's like every 90s song you can think of is on the show. So yeah, it's really cool. It comes on Wednesday nights at 9 Central, I think. So yeah. You should definitely check that out. And The Librarians is another one that I've recently started watching. It's on TNT, and I really like it too. So it's kind of like a historical version of Once Upon a Time. It's kind of like that.
Oh,
so
cool.
It's got like history mixed in with like magic. Like it'll have like actual historical artifacts, and then it'll mention Excalibur. So it's kind of a mix between those two kinds of things. Yeah, and Noah Wiley is the lead, and Jane Curtin is in it, and Rebecca Romaine is in it, and Christian Kane, and Bob Newhart. So it's got an all-star cast.
Oh wow!
So, yeah, it's a really. I've been watching it online because I missed like the first several episodes because it started like right before Christmas when everything got so hectic. So I've been watching it, catching up on it online. So yeah,
binge watching is the best. It's my new favorite thing.
I
just like forget about you cliffhangers.
I know binge watching is a trend, and I must be getting old because for the life of me, I have tried to binge watch and I just can't. I get too tired. Yeah, and I'm like, well, I gotta turn it off and just watch TV and fall asleep on the couch if I want. But I just there's so many people who binge watch. I can't. I wish I could.
If I don't,
I binge watch Scandal.
Scandal. Yeah, I was gonna ask about that.
That is 3.5 seasons of 45-minute episodes that I started on Thanksgiving Day and finished it before New Year's. It's
Wow.
So are you completely caught up now?
Yeah, I loved it. Now I have to wait till the end of January. I thought, like, I watched the pilot and I was like, I don't know why people are so crazy about this. Then by the second episode, I just kept going.
Right.
The supporting cast is really good.
Like the whole thing where you hear the hype of something and everybody's like, "Oh, it's so good, it's so good, it's so good."
Yeah.
When you finally watch it, then it's a letdown. So.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
I want to hear how you liked Mindy. I heard that's what you're binge watching.
I am loving that. I haven't gone to watch it in the last couple of days because I wasted a little bit of time watching The Real Housewives. And I also had like some catching up to do with The Young and the Restless and GH and stuff. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I really like the Mindy Project. Usually, like if I'm just wanting something light at the end of the day, I'll watch it late at night. And yeah,
they just had a new episode. They just had a new episode on Tuesday. I love like how good she is and how like her whole story is that nobody would see her as the role that she's made for herself in the show.
Yeah.
She has so much on-screen appeal. She's a good actress. She's funny.
Yeah.
And like the show in general, I just like all of them. And I just wish. I mean, it's getting more attention now, but I just think that she doesn't get the attention she deserves, considering she does everything.
Well, I definitely don't think the show has gotten the attention that it deserved because I mean, I had heard about it.
Season 1.
Yeah, I had heard about it.
Yeah.
But
I haven't even
I
seen it, so I definitely don't.
I've seen it, and I don't think Liz has seen it either. Have you seen it, Liz?
I've never seen it.
I've seen like 1 or 2 shows.
Yeah.
It's just tough to try to watch a wide variety. Yeah, it's really tough to do that.
Yeah. It's my number one. It's my number one show right now.
Yeah.
Really? I'm gonna check it out. I need to have some lighter. Everything I'm watching is
after
like the Blacklist.
After you watch the dark stuff, you definitely.
That's right.
So I need one thing that's like, I'm watching the Blacklist, and then I watch House of Cards, and then I watch Boardwalk Empire, and then I watch Banshee. It's like somebody's being murdered like every 2 seconds,
How do you sleep after watching all that?
Yes, I need a comedy or something lighter.
Yeah. Well, you can add Mindy Project to the list and just watch it before you go to bed, and then maybe you won't have nightmares and stuff from all the other stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I am on season 2 now, so.
Woo woo!
Yeah, I'm like 3 or 4 episodes into season 2, so.
I love the addition of the character Peter, which I don't know if you've gotten.
I've not done that far yet, so.
Okay. Well. Yeah, that makes season 2.
I'm not very far into season 2. This was when she just got back from Haiti or wherever.
James Franco's?
Yeah, James Franco, yeah.
That's how I started watching it. Because my sister is like James Franco fan.
Yeah.
Obsessed. And so she's like, we have to watch this. He's on it. So we started watching it, and literally, if you watch 2 episodes in a row, you're hooked. And so after he was on 2 of them, after that, we just found ourselves continuing to watch it, and then I was like, well, that worked. I'm in.
Right. Yeah, well, I started watching it on Hulu, so now I'm totally hooked, and I'll keep watching that for sure. And I want to check out New Girl. Everyone keeps talking about that, but I've not watched that yet either.
I don't like that show.
Really? All right, I've seen a couple episodes.
I sit through it to get to Mindy.
Right. So, yeah.
And I don't like it.
And I want to check out Scandal too. At some point, I'm going to binge watch Scandal. So.
Yeah, me too. I need to watch Scandal. I've watched a few episodes of How to Get Away with Murder.
Have you watched it?
Yes, I've watched a couple episodes of it. I need to finish. Yeah, it's actually good. It's just there's so many shows. So at some point, unless you absolutely love it, you just start prioritizing your favorites because you'll be watching like 20 shows, Then you won't have a job, and your job is just like up with like.
Well, like you said,
unless you can finagle a way that you get paid to watch these shows, you got to figure out a job.
Yeah,
that would be awesome. I would love that.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking like, wow, there's an idea.
Right.
Yeah, Paula. Why don't you start getting advertisers, and then we can all draw salary here.
Right. If I could figure out a way to make some money out of doing that, then I would have figured it out by now. So.
Yeah, I think a lot of other people like TV critic.
Yeah. What, Carolina?
You have to go the old-fashioned way of being like a newspaper TV critic.
Right. And you're not going to make a lot of money doing that. Especially newspaper. So,
Well, no, you have to work for like AOL or something. I'm watching The Blacklist, which is really interesting.
Who's in that?
I'm watching
James Spader, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. It's really a quality show. And then House of Cards, I'm like, come back on already, Yeah. I'm like obsessed with that show. Like,
well, it's
anyone seen Good Wife?
Word out there, so it must be.
I haven't either. I just wanted to know if it was worth watching.
Haven't watched it.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I haven't really heard that much about it. But you know what I've heard a lot about that I heard was amazing was Homeland, and I've never seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one either.
I heard Homeland was like really amazing.
Yeah.
And it's gotten awards. I mean, Claire Danes has gotten awards, you know. So
Yeah.
I heard it was great, but I'm just like,
it's
okay,
on
I'll add that to the list.
Hulu right now too. So.
Oh, maybe I'll catch at least. I like
Yeah.
to catch at least a few episodes of something, the first 2 episodes, and then see if
how
it
you
kind of
like
hooks me.
it.
Banshee. I'm watching Banshee. Have you guys seen that?
No. What network is it on?
It's on Cinemax. It's really good. It's kind of action, you know, action driven. Definitely drama.
Yeah.
So I'm watching that. Boardwalk Empire. I'm watching all of the, like, I tend to like a lot of the cable shows because there's
Have you watched The Affair?
Racy. No, I've never seen that.
They're dark.
I only saw the pilot, so I was wondering if it was worth continuing. Pilot was good.
The pilot good or no?
Yeah, it was.
I'll
but
watch it.
It's an hour show, so then you have to like prioritize.
Right.
It's like, should I commit?
Oh,
right.
totally.
That's the bad thing about the hour-long shows. You know, there's only so many hours in the day, and if you have like 5 or 6 that you block, then
that's why. And I watch the hour shows, so I have like 5 that I watch, and they're like, okay, there's my time. You know.
That's why you binge watch. You set aside a whole day, and then you watch you watch like the entire season of one of them. So I still haven't watched Scorpion
and you're sad.
Right.
I haven't seen that either.
Scorpion.
But then you finish and you're like, oh no, where's my show? I can't like
survive without it. Scandal. Or like Liz when she's waiting on a new season of Downton Abbey. So
I know because it's only 8 shows for the season, so you know you just watch something like that, and then it's like okay 8 shows, but it is tough then to wait for the next season. But
then you're waiting. Some of the shows are even worse. Like Luther is like 4.
Yeah.
If you guys have seen that show, Luther, it's like 4 or 5 episodes, and then you're like, okay. Oh, very good show. Yeah, excellent show.
What station is that on?
It's BBC. It's a BBC show.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah,
like
I think I can
a lot of their shows are so short, you know. Yeah, probably Hulu. I know it's on Netflix for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, and House of Cards, like you were talking about earlier, it's only available on Netflix.
You'll be addicted to that one.
Yeah.
That one I was binge watching like the next episode, and I was like, I was so excited to see what was happening next, and then I watched them all, and I was like, oh man. But that's excellent.
Yeah, and you can get that one on DVD too. So if you don't have Netflix or whatever, you can, get the DVD and watch it that way. But yeah, it's always up for, multiple awards. So I think it is up for several. Right.
And the actor Kevin Spacey is like, I mean,
he's
Robin,
good at everything, though.
I mean, she's amazing.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
He's amazing. Yeah. But Robin is amazing. Like he's amazing. But when you see Robin, you're like, whoa, she's like Lady Macbeth. I mean, that woman's like no joke in that show.
Yeah.
Wow. You don't want to mess with her.
Isn't it funny how television has changed so much? Like, even Amazon has original programming now. So it's like the web has just opened up.
It's opened up so much stuff, and now Amazon's really trying to compete with Netflix, so they're really stepping it up in terms of their programming. Yeah. They're really trying to compete because Netflix is getting like all these hits, Orange is the New Black and House of Cards and so Amazon's like, what about me, So they're always trying.
But I think that's awesome because before you just had the major networks, and now you get so much more quality program. There are other venues for all this quality program. That's why we're all having trouble watching all these shows because there's so many of them. And I think that's a great problem to have.
It's like we all have.
That's great. Mm-hmm.
It's like we all have ADHD with the programming. It's like look over here, look over here. There's just there's too much to watch. But
there's something for everyone, which is kind of cool.
Right.
There's something for everyone, and then you can. I like it because now with all of these cable and like Netflix and Amazon, they're able to have more racy programming that network TV is just not going to show. Things that you would normally see in film, like an independent film. Right. So a lot of actors, like film actors, are going to, cable shows or HBO or this or that because this is like such good quality material that's really like pushes the envelope.
Yeah. It's not just like,
and it's shot like film too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I think it's going to help like the web series stuff out a lot. With having, it's no longer like, well, you're doing TV or you're doing the web or whatever. It's there's quality stuff, like you said, now everywhere. You know, it doesn't have to be on a major network. It doesn't even have to be on television. So
right, it really doesn't.
Well,
I like how we're so demanding.
right.
We're like, why do we have to wait? People aren't like us.
Right. Well,
Those people.
It fits in with the whole, like, you know, instant gratification, you know, of our society. You know, we can go online and watch whatever we want when we want. Everything's on demand, and
Right.
you know, we don't have to wait for it. So.
And then you don't see any more, and you go, like me and Shark Tank. I think I've watched them all from all the seasons, and I'm so disappointed every time I go and try to watch it, like, on demand, and I don't. I'd, like, read the info, and I'm like, I've seen this, and I'm, like, just expecting them to make episodes for me. I've seen it. Put a new one.
But yeah, it's time for a new one. Well, it's like, you know, they have, most of the shows on TV now have their winter finales, and they're so long. Like, they'll have, like, their last episode, like, at the 1st of December, and then they won't come back until, like, February or March. Which, on one hand, it gives me time to catch up, but on the other hand, once I've caught up, then I'm waiting for them to bring new episodes on, so it's crazy. You know, it's like you get addicted, and I binge-watched Nashville and got completely caught up, and I was like, oh, when's the next one? It's like February 4th. I'm like, great, I have to wait another month, so... But yeah, I'm watching that one, and you know, Once Upon a Time, and I was telling Liz earlier I was watching The Good Wife a little bit. I'm trying to catch up on it somewhat. So
do you like it? Is it worth starting?
I like it. Yeah, it's worth starting.
I just like the actors.
Yeah,
I like the actors, but it's got some good plots going on right now. So it's very good.
And you're watching Madam Secretary too, right?
Yes, because that's on right before The Good Wife.
Yeah.
So I like we'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm impressed with Madam Secretary right now just because of the storyline and the plot. Because the previous Secretary of State, the current one's determined he was murdered. His plane went down, and she thought it might have been the president that had him killed, but turns out he didn't. So there's some good intrigue in that. So
yeah.
So I like it. It's a good lead.
So there's like an ongoing mystery.
Yes.
Like a subplot type thing.
Yes, and it's nice to see. You know, it's Taya Leone who plays the Secretary of State, and Tim Daly is her husband.
Right. Yeah, I know.
And so they're living out on this farm, right? And they're both professors, and president shows up, and so they need you as Secretary of State. So she gets thrust into that. So also to see how it affects her home life and her love life, and all of that. It's also it's interesting.
I've been wondering whether I should check that one out, and I just haven't done it yet. Like you said, there's just so much and there's only so much time that you have to watch all these shows. So.
Right, and her husband Tim Daly plays he's like either religion or philosophy teacher at a college, but he's also been doing work for the CIA.
Oh,
undercover work.
Oh,
and he can't tell his wife.
Oh, well, that's an interesting little.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
But he finally had to tell her because they kind of blew their cover because he thought this guy he was watching. Ended up accidentally meeting them in a restaurant, and he was going to open his briefcase, and so her husband called in Secret Service, and they like hustled him out of there. So, yeah.
Maybe I do need to catch up on that one.
Yeah, that's an hour show.
Yes, an hour show.
Need to
45 minutes to be fair.
Right. Well, that's the good thing. You know, when you cut out the commercials, it cuts out quite a bit of time, and that's another advantage of binge watching it. Because if you watch it when it airs, then you're really spending a lot of time watching commercials. So.
It's commercials or yeah, that's why I like Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix, Hulu, any of those. Well, Hulu makes you sit through ads. I don't know about Netflix because I don't have that one, but
Netflix, no, you don't.
No ads. Yeah, you have to sit through 2 or 3 ads on Hulu, so that's kind of a pain. But you know, it's nothing like watching full-length commercials on TV. So.
I just I mostly just tape everything, and so even if I watch it an hour after it came off, then I can just fast forward through the commercials.
Right.
Yeah. What I do.
Yeah, that's what I do.
I mean, like Carolina said, that's like 15 minutes of the show is commercial. So.
Oh, and that adds up when you're binge watching something for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it does not take
a
long.
good hour off with you.
And you've put another hour on your time.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, does anyone have anything they would like to bring up or add, or any shows that we should check out? Any other ones that we haven't mentioned?
What else do I watch? Have you guys seen Ray Donovan? You should check that out.
No, but I've heard a lot of good things.
I've heard about it.
Yeah, it's on Showtime, right?
It's on Showtime. I watched the first season, and I'm so behind. I'm watched the first season, and now I'm like into a couple episodes of the second season, so I need to watch that. But it's definitely an interesting show, and Liv is great. So definitely
I've heard
that
a lot about it, so that was another one that I had on the list that with like a little question mark beside it of whether I should check it out or not, because it was another one of those that I didn't know if it was all hype or.
No, I thought it was very good, and True Detective was also very good.
Yeah, True Detective's another one.
Yeah. That
and
one
anything on AMC.
Yeah.
That I was never into. I never got into The Walking Dead or any of those shows.
I like The Walking Dead.
Do you like it too? Well, I'm not surprised.
I like it.
You like the stuff, so of course you like The Walking Dead.
I like The Walking Dead, and I was watching The Killing too. It's off now, but I watched all the seasons of The Killing.
Yeah.
And that was just real. I think it was like a European show or something first, and so it's a remake. But the story, it's just excellent. Like the acting, the story, it was really good. Especially the first season, and I think the last season. There was one, I think maybe the second one that dragged in a few places, but I would definitely check that out too. Especially if you don't watch them all at the same time though. You'll have like nightmares.
I'll have to watch like all three seasons of the Mindy Project to be able to sleep after all that.
Yeah, because it's definitely dark.
Did any of you watch Breaking Bad when it was on?
I love that show.
Did you?
I watched every single episode of it. Excellent show.
Yeah, I never watched it, but the sequel is coming out next month.
I'm gonna check it out just to see. But Breaking Bad, the writing on that show was so excellent. The depth that they gave those characters, I can see why it was. I mean, it was definitely that show lived up to the hype. It was winning so many awards all the time, and it was really, really good.
Well, AMC has really upped their game. Used to it was only movies, and now they've had all this original programming and everything that they've come out with so far basically has been a hit. So I think I need to switch the channel and start watching them some because I feel like
if you binge watch it, definitely you're missing. Anybody who doesn't watch Breaking Bad, I will say watch it. Like binge watch that show. If I don't say anything about any other shows, that and House of Cards. But
I need to add that to my binge watching schedule. I need to map out a whole year just to catch up on everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
I love how it's the writing, aside from the acting, because obviously it's like it's the writing that's making us love these shows.
Yes. Right, exactly.
You never realize that until
if the writing isn't there, then it's
bringing up.
All right.
Yeah, it is. It's creating great characters that you can watch that are like multi-layered, and you're watching them, and you're like, wow, it's not just these like flat characters. That's what's like making them really and then of course the actors are portraying them and bringing them to life. But some of the writing, you can really tell the difference. Like, I watch House of Cards, and then I go back to my own writing, and I go, oh, I need to start over. Because it's like,
it's very motivating, that's for sure.
So much.
Watching Scandal was like so motivating.
Very motivating.
Thinking, like this is why I like writing. Like, because look at all the power you have to just create. I mean, especially that one, which is kind of such a fictitious world. At the same time, there's realistic elements to it that I don't know how these people are so genius.
Yeah.
I can just write about love. I don't know.
They have like several people like in a room, so it's not just like one, genius person.
Yeah, they have a whole writer's room. And,
Right. Yeah, and I don't see how they collaborate and get a show out doing that either, because it's like how would you agree? How would you get that many people to agree on a plot and character development and everything?
I think it takes the one showrunner, the creator, to really, ensure everyone goes with what they want, and then otherwise it would just be like
chaos.
Havoc.
And don't they kind of put together an outline
Yeah,
of here's
yes.
here's where we want it to go, and even with certain character developments, here's where this character is going to end up going.
Yeah.
And
Pretty much you do. You put the outline. We had a kind of a writer's room for a show I'm working on. It's like 10 episodes, and there was 4 of them, and they all got together in a room. We outlined, of course, like the characters and basically like their journey and the arc of the characters, so they all have something to work off of. So when you're doing whatever your episode is, everybody's writing a separate episode. You know, like, okay, this is the character, this is the arc, this is what we've already decided on, you know?
Right. You have to follow that outline, and yeah. Except in GH, I think they just throw things at a wall and see what sticks. So that's what it seems like to me. You know, there's no outline. It's just, yeah, that sounds good. Let's go with that. So
that's a lot of scripts they've got to churn out, though.
I know.
Well, I think they do that with soap operas because they're constantly changes. I do think they're kind of just like, you know what, and then she's gonna go into a coma, and then that sounds good. Go with it, you know.
Go with that. It's kind of like the stories that you make up where somebody makes up a line and then somebody else picks up that line and then it goes. It's kind of like that. Yeah. So
that's so funny.
Hey everybody, I'm going to need to leave, but it has been great chatting with you.
Yeah.
And
well, it's about time for us to wrap up anyway, I think. So
I know. After 5.
8 o'clock where you were, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 10 after 8 here, so I've got some other things to take care of. So
yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for coming on tonight. It was good to see you again. We haven't done this in so long, so.
Okay.
Okay, we'll do another one soon.
Okay, take care.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye. Okay, well, I guess we'll get ready to wrap things up unless you guys have something else you would like to add.
Nope.
It's really early where you guys are. It's after 7 here, so it's still kind of early, but, you know.
It got dark, though.
Did it?
It's, like, really dark.
The lighting has shifted.
Right. Yeah, well, I had my curtains open earlier, so I had all this natural light coming in, and then as soon as the show started, the sun went down. So, yeah, never fails. But, yeah, it's after 7 here, so I know it's still pretty early for a pajama party for you guys, because it was like 4 when we started, so it's like we're probably still in your pajamas. So
I know, I'm in my tank top and comfortable pants, and I'm like, it's only 5 o'clock, and it's, like, dark.
Right, I know. Yeah. Well, Lakita, I'm glad that you could come on, and I hope that you come back sometime. And
I definitely will.
Yeah, and I'll definitely want to hear more about Subject 5 whenever you get that ready to release. So
I will keep you posted.
Yeah, I'll definitely do. Okay, well, good night, everyone.
Okay, good night.
Bye. Bye. Bye.